right, everybody, we're going to be watching this MotoStars video, but we're going to be going over it with an educational spin because we want to know what happened, how it happened. We're going to be utilizing the plan method so that we understand and we can apply it to this. So let's pay attention to see what these people do.
Today we are starting with a situation.
Hello.
This rider decided not to stay indifferent. He stepped in to stop the driver who hit the elderly man.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's an impact. Ooh, that's a lot of pain, a lot of in the back. So, I mean, you do what you want to do when it comes to that. I mean, just getting the license plate is one thing. Good for them, but you're putting yourself in a dangerous spot. So just be aware that you're taking a risk right there. Yep, just like that. All right. That's pretty much it. Like you can do whatever you want. The person's going pretty fast. They know what they did. You got their license plate. Hopefully the cops will do a good job on that. My main concern is that that old guy that got hit. I want to make sure he's doing fine. Yeah, she ran over him. She knows what she did. He's trying to get the keys. Yeah, it's a big incident. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Not much there. All right, so we're riding, having a good time. Nice, easy ride. That's why I like to use my GPS like that. Oh. That's how we lost the fender. There's a little deer. So I use my GPS like that. I have a rock form mount. I like to have the GPS so I can see when the turns are coming up. There's a link in the description for 20% off. Not much you could do in this situation. The deer kind of came out of nowhere. Let's see if we can get it right on the frame without the blur. There it is. Not much you could do in that. That sucks. This is why we wear gear just in case. You know, we crash, we acquire and use personal protective equipment. Because if we hit the ground, we want to mitigate our types of injuries. But not much you could do in that. Thankfully, he kept the bike up. Fender kind of got tore up a little bit. Good job with the brakes. Apparently, I have the shittiest bad luck. I'm completely uninjured and looks like I just need lights and fairings. Could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. He probably would have needed new gear, maybe a hospital visit if he crashed and hit the ground. Bike could have been destroyed. Deer's probably dead a couple hundred yards that way. But could have been a lot worse.
No!
If you're not good at shooting and hunting, I mean, if you run things over, it's the same thing. A little tender.
Ah, damn it!
Yeah. Bad. It sucks. All right. Oh, looks like we were going a little too fast and we made it onto the shoulder. Very good. Let's take a look. So this is the moment. I mean, I see 2 digits, so it's probably high 2 digits. We see a blind corner. We start to panic just a little bit. So we start applying the brakes, and he chose an escape to being right here when we could have hopefully just tried to maintain the turn as best we can, slowing down as much as we can here and then trying to make the turn. But one thing that we could do so that we don't get in this position is that when we see a turn coming up with all the signs is to slow it down back there, way back there, so that we don't get ourselves in this position. But a lot of people like to speed, and this is one of the risks that you take when it comes to that. So just cruise. Just cruise. Enjoy the ride. He saved it, but he didn't. Oh, geez. Up and over, and there's going to be the impact on the butt. Broken wheel rims, lessons learned. Okay. That sucks. Thankfully, nothing too bad. All right, so
This rider happened to be in the wrong
we're just
place
cruising
at the wrong
on
time,
the
but
highway.
he managed to escape serious trouble.
Why is it
just
so
in time.
dark? Oh, there's an impact on the car. So once you see something like this, roll off the throttle, apply some progressive braking. You don't know if they're going to be in your way. And if you have to, start swerving out of the way. Good job with the swerve. Things like that happen, but this is why you need to have those emergency skills available to you, and you need to practice. You need to practice that. But it's best to, as soon as you see something like that, apply some of the brakes, and then all of a sudden you can now have more of an observation of what's happening, and then you could start making adjustments to that. So that's the whole point of plan, is that something that you locate, assess, and now you have to navigate. So navigate some braking to put yourself in a new position. Observe a little bit. Now locate more of this stuff. Is it a relevant threat? Is it just over on the right, or is it coming into my lane? If it is, you have to navigate the new one. And now you might have to emergency swerve. You want to buy yourself some time to have some thinking power also, if you can. Sometimes you just have to do an instinctual thing. And that's where swerving and braking really comes in. You don't want to instinctually slam the brakes. You don't want to instinctually swerve into a guardrail. So having that skill set is very important. That's a high impact. And you can also stop and see if they need help, and you can rescue them. But they might not have any major bleeds or anything like that. It's just probably, yeah, see how they're going all over? Probably just like whiplash and everything. Oh, side of the vehicle. Oh, geez. So we're coming through an intersection. It's green for us. We probably didn't anticipate this happening. That person was not supposed to do that. But you see like the side of the vehicle a little bit back here in between the vehicles. That's why I always look for that pattern. And if they're moving, he's not staying there and he's moving, that's when I know I should start applying the brakes right now. So he applied the brakes, started sliding, and then had an impact. Overall, not good. So we're lane splitting here. People are trying to get on the on-ramp to the interstate. And there's that open lane pattern. Good job with the braking, but we're going a little fast. Going a little fast in the lane splitting. Slow it down a little bit. Watch out for those big open gaps. There's an open gap right there. Watch out for these open gaps. People want to take those, especially if they're getting slow in their lane. Barely touched his bumper. Got very lucky. Good job with the brakes, though. It's going a little too fast, that's all. What do we got? Did it freeze? No. Oh. I think it froze a little bit. There we go. What do we got here? Oh, illegal U-turn, up and over. Let's take a look. So they did an illegal U-turn. We collided. I need a thumbnail too. Yeah, thankfully it was a slow speed. She has a helmet on. Wear some full gear. She's pissed. That was a nice soft landing on the car, you're right. Okay, going a little wide in the corner. Going a little wide in the corner, trying to keep up with our buddy up there. Talk on your car to Pack Talks. You know, got links in the description for 10% off. If we're going too fast for our skill set, slow it down. Just talk to him. Like, hey, I can't keep up. And so we went a little wide. Got a little dirty. Hopefully, no injuries. But he's not wearing any gear.
He spaced out and tried to brake, but was simply going way too fast, and there was too much dirt on the road.
So we're going 60. That's an easy turn, too. You just got to pay attention. So that's probably what happened. He's just going too fast, not paying attention. And we were going 60, and it's a 30-mile-an-hour road.
There's too much dirt on the roads.
So the roads are designed for the speed limit. And then they make adjustments to the speed limit if people are crashing a lot. So keep an eye out for that, because there's a reason why the speed limit's there. It's not to be like, oh, you can't do this. You're not supposed to. It's like, no, this is kind of like, it's a safety thing. It's designed this way. And it's designed for cars. So I get it. Motorcycles, I could do faster than a car. Well, you start running into problems like this.
We'll get the bike, so you can sit down. We'll get your bike for you.
Yeah, so have them sit down, they'll get the bike. That's nice. Because you don't know if your injury.
Take it easy for a while. Yeah.
Oh, geez. And we looped it. So there is the back and the coccyx, his tailbone. Right shoulder. Now we're sliding across the ground. We got road rash across our butt and our arms and our legs. And we're going to hit our head right here. Boom, hit our head right on the face. That's why it's important to have that full face. And our buddy's now crashing. So So we're gonna have an issue here. He's gonna slide, yeah, surf it. And there's the back. And then it doesn't show it, but you see how the head is starting to launch backwards. So the back of the head's getting hit. That's not good. So have your helmet, guys. So I was normally riding until I saw this. Okay, let's see what happens. So it's a green, not a big deal. What's going on? Oh, what do we got there?
Piece of the cap sauce.
Oh, don't do this, because now you're going 100 something and you can't see as far as your headlights. It's well lit, that's fine, but it's a little dangerous. I notice this truck is getting really close. Okay, so behind you, they're getting a little close. Doesn't bother me too much. That's not that close. That's not that close. It's not that close.
Huh?
What?
You said what? He laid down?
Oh. Time to do a U-turn. See, that's why you guys talk on your cardos. If it's really his buddy, talk on your cardos and you can hear him crash. And he'll say like, oh, I crashed, and you'll be able to hear it. So he's still on the ground, so his leg is stuck. Ooh.
Yo!
We're gonna see some injuries here. Let's take a look. Hopefully they didn't blur it. All right. So look at the right shoulder. He's got some flesh missing. Right forearm, got some flesh missing. So that's road rash right there. That's level 2.
Bro!
I'm good, man. Thank you.
No, you're not good. Oh, what happened?
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I wonder what happened, because let's take a look back here. So it looks like it's a small turn. And he maybe was applying the brakes coming into that turn, and then he basically fell over. Well, no, because he got road rash. So he was sliding. He was sliding.
Oh.
I'm good, man. Thank you.
No, you're not good.
So check for any major bleeds.
What happened?
Ninja noob, welcome. So he had a helmet, but it's on the ground. He's not getting up, so I don't know if he took it off or it's just...
So, like, did it low side out from underneath you and you slid, or did you go this way and, like, flip
Get
it
off the
over?
road.
No,
Get off the road. Get on the sidewalk. Talk on the sidewalk.
off I went.
What the?
Yeah, a little low side.
Fíjate en la llave.
All right, series of events. Okay, so somebody crashed. How do we rescue them? Okay, so I went back on to check on the homie. So let's do a U-turn, practice your U-turns with the Smart Rider drills. This is the old booklet, but you get the new digital version when you buy it. So ensure your own safety. And yoink. So at this point, just keep the bike on the ground and walk back. You don't need to do a U-turn. Okay, funny. It happens. A little bit of a panic. So buddy's fine. And that's the thing right here. If you don't have the medical training and it's perfectly fine, a lot of people like to help out and how they can help out. And that's what I love about society. And I think everyone's typically good-natured. I think there's that 1 or 2% sociopath and psychopaths that actually want to harm people. I think there are evil people in the world. But for the vast majority of people, like 95 to 98%, want to help, but they help in the way that they can. So if this guy doesn't have any medical training or there's no need for medical training, a lot of people will like, I'm going to help pick up the bike, or I'm going to help direct traffic, or I'm going to help, block traffic, or I'm going to help pick up stuff off the ground. I want to be useful, but I don't know how to be useful. So the things I know how to be useful for, I'm going to go ahead and do. That's fine. That's great. It's just that I notice a lot of people don't know how to help somebody that's injured. There's not enough people that know how to help somebody that's injured. So if the only people that show up know how to help pick up stuff off the ground, pick up a bike or whatever, and direct traffic, and there's no one that knows how to help injured, we run into problems. And that's the thing is, if you don't know what to do, right? Maze days, if you don't know what to do, it just comes back to learning. Hey, did you know how to ride a motorcycle when you first started? What did you have to do? You had to learn. You had to practice. You had to dedicate some time and focus and energy to learn how to ride a motorcycle. So if you don't know how to do medical training, or you don't know how to communicate with your friends and family and whatever, if you don't know how to tie your shoes, you have to learn. You have to learn. You can't just be like, well, I'm not going to be able to do it, so I'm not going to do it. It's like, no, learn. Learn. It's honestly not that hard. It just takes a little bit of time and effort. It's embarrassing. You have the beginner's, issue with the Fitz-Posner model of learning. The first part, it's all brain, and it's annoying because you're trying to learn, and then it takes some practice, and you fail, and then you finally get to a point where you know what to do. But that's the point of learning. And I choose to learn things that will keep people alive, to keep peace, to help others. Now, I want to learn how to play the piano, and it's tough. And after a couple hours of it, I'm like, honestly, I don't really care to learn the piano. It's not really good. I mean, it's fun, but there's other things that are fun. I want to learn how to not ride a motorcycle. I want to learn how to, get into better shape, because that's going to be beneficial in multiple different areas. I want to learn how to ride a motorcycle so I can stay safe. I want to learn how to protect somebody after a crash and keep them alive, because that's going to keep other people safe. And I can do it to myself, and I can keep my loved ones safe at home, because it's a transferable skill. And then on top of it, what else do I want to learn? I want to learn how to have communication and be able to negotiate deals. I want to be able to learn how to edit and learn how to do live streams, how to, stock up on pizzas, during our classroom sessions. I want to know how to do all these things because it's in service. That's what I enjoy. Just learn multiple skills. Be well-rounded. Be well-rounded. It'll be useful in so many more situations than you know. And for men, because it's Men's Mental Health Month, it's June, being useful is kind of required. And honestly, at the end of the day, if you don't feel useful, you're not going to feel good. And Horvath, you seem somehow shaking that. I don't know. It's the EMS stuff, man. The EMS stuff really gets me. It really gets me. And from their conversation before the video, just kind of letting it out, right? And he has a trailer, so that's cool. Deaf and blind walking into traffic. Uh-oh. Is it a real deaf and blind person? No, just they're working. Good job with the braking. Handled it. Not a big deal. All right, so this is a long video, so I want to say thank you to everyone that showed. Where's everybody? Everyone that showed up to class today. We do have the Smart Rider crew, so if you want to join up and be a Smart Rider crew, I talked about having the online motorcycle club. I'm working on the courses. I'm making some changes to some things, but you get some motorcycle gear 101 and a few other things. I'm going to be sending out newsletters hopefully soon in July to talk about all that stuff. But with that said, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe, join the crew, get a cardo, get a rock form, get some booklets, whatever you want to do. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream.